People whose first relationship was very long term. What weird thing did you believe was normal until you started seeing other people? I see so much horrible things on here. Mine is quite tame, but here goes. My first boyfriend would always leave me small presents or notes underneath my pillow if I had to get up earlier than he did. He was quite romantic and told me I love you quite a lot. When I got a new boyfriend, I caught myself looking underneath my pillow for at least a month, 2 months in, just out of habit. That you should be happy together now and not constantly waiting for some vaguely defined future where everything's settled down. Daily BNGE drinking until I realized I'm an alcoholic, and hetero relationships don't work when one partner tries to drink the gay away. Only took me 9 years, but I got there eventually. Not me, but the girl I'm currently dating said that her first long-term boyfriend would stare at himself in the bathroom for an hour or so before going to bed each night. I thought most guys liked having their renplays played with because my first ex did. My second boyfriend was so confused when I started elking his tidal mayo. She made me believe the old TV tropes of women never wanting sex. I had to work my ass off to get her to give me some action. The next girl I had was just f***ing amazed that I didn't just ask for it when I wanted it. The bewildered look on her face when she finally asked, "You realize I'm HRNY to right?" I texted my then new girlfriend about where I was and who I was with about every 30 minutes. After the third time, she told me that she didn't need to get updates on what I was doing and to just let her know when I got home safe. I remember feeling almost a physical weight being lifted off my chest because I didn't have to worry about my girlfriend freaking out if I didn't update her. I learned what trust felt like that night. This is morbid, but I thought it was normal to argue every day. I thought all couples have their bickering, and it was just a regular thing. I was astounded when I went into my next relationship and actually got on with the guy and went weeks and weeks without having any issues. It always felt like the bubble was going to burst. Goes to show, don't stay in a relationship just because you've already invested a ton of time. You get one life, spend it with someone who makes you laugh every day. Porn is not a documentary. Being used as a sex doll, contorted into uncomfortable positions, and pounded until you bleed, can't stand up, or just break down crying from the pain isn't normal, nor is oral sex a necessity. We were both virgins, and he had major PRN brain. I thought I was bad at sex and would never be able to have a positive experience with intimacy until I finally left him and was with my second boyfriend. I'm okay now, but wow, was that a horrible person to lose my virginity to. Not every guy wants to throw on Motown and slow dance with you. Some of them don't even care to touch you. I miss the slow dances. My ex put her happiness on me, making it my responsibility. Would demand I stay around and cut my work hours back, and then be upset when we wouldn't have money to go out. Every time I would try and leave, I was coerced with sex to stay because I was young and stupid. After 8 years I had enough. I moved 5 states away. Had a chain of bad relationships that ended. Took some time to work on myself, and am now engaged to an amazing woman I can communicate with, share feelings about issues, and who values a healthy relationship. Psychological abuse. I have a physical reaction now when my current partners are nice to me. When I do something he would have berated me for hours and locked me in my room for. Like, I get a panic attack because my partners are nice to me when I drop a glass, or got laid off, or forgot to unload the dishwasher, and then they don't bring it up every time they're irritated with me. My ex was still yelling at me 14 years later for acid I did when we first started dating. Acid, like I forgot to pick up his laundry from the floor, or bought the wrong brand of bacon. At the end there, the lectures lasted hours as he recounted 14 years of offenses. My current partners, they don't throw acid in my face that I did the day before. The dissonance is crazy. I knew the other abuse wasn't normal, but my stepdad is the same way with my mom. So I had no idea, I just thought it's how men are. That some girls, in a relationship, don't like to kiss as often as others. I'm just talking about pecs, when IGF gets home, etc. I always enjoyed a hello kiss, but I guess some girls don't. Being cowed into an open arrangement equals normal. Him introducing me to friends while hanging out or going to parties, and then him telling me later in the evening after the ice had broken that they were actually the girl he was f-king. Capitulating to his insistence that we continue to hang out even though I was uncomfortable with KOing this new information equals normal. Him making unwelcome and uncomfortable comments to other women I was friends with in front of me to attempt to orchestrate threesomes that I was not okay with normal. If you love me, you'll chase after me equals normal. If you love me, you'll leave FaceTime up at all times so I can see what's going on in your dorm equals normal. If you love me, you will not show any sad or mad emotion because it ruins my mood equals normal. People's love languages are all different. It's especially jarring when you have a lot of experience doing things a certain way and then finding out that isn't what somebody else needs. It can take some work to figure out what's inherent to yourself and what was learned from your partner. My ex basically taught me that it wasn't okay for me to be upset about things. Every time I would get my feelings hurt, even when I was upset about something completely unrelated to him, it was somehow flipped around. So I ended up reassuring and comforting him that it really messed me up and I basically had to relearn how to be vulnerable with my so. He also had a very solid plan of how he expected me to live my life. Basically his main goal for me was to have kids and be a good housewife. Yikes. On the bright side, nowadays I'm happily engaged and my fiance treats me with so much love and respect. He's supportive of my dreams and we are able to lean on each other in times of hardship. That every time was essentially a quickie. Almost a whole decade of nothing but 5 thrusts and then blast off. After that relationship ended I felt like Jasmine on a magic carpet ride. A whole new world.